Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can sync Chime to Google Sheets. So all that data, all those customers, all those leads and clients you have in Chime can automatically get synced to a real-time Google spreadsheet. You can hop into that spreadsheet at any time, look at all that data, crunch the numbers, set up charts and reports. Easy to do in a spreadsheet. It's going to allow you to get great insight into how your business is rolling. Also, this is a two-way sync, so if you ever need to make mass updates, mass edits to your clients in Chime, just make it into the spreadsheet. Those changes will get pushed into Chime. It's a really easy way to do some quick maintenance on your entire database. Just copy and paste in the spreadsheet. Those updates will go into Chime. And look at that, you're more productive. Let me show you what this looks like to set up. First thing you're going to do is go to apination.com. You can click on Discover Connections. You can see a ton of different apps, marketing, real estate, productivity apps. I'm going to scroll on down until I get to C for Chime. There it is. If you see any other logos there, go ahead and click through them. There's automations available, and you can be saving some time with those apps as well. These are the apps that Chime syncs to. So I'm going to come down here to Google Sheets to set this up. All right, you can see I have two syncs available so that I can make a two-way sync. First, we're going to do Chime to Google Sheets, and that's typically the way you want to do it. That way you can create the Google Sheet, and then you can go get that Google Sheet and feed it back to Chime. Step one, create an API Nation account or sign into an API Nation account if you already have one. I'm going to go ahead and sign in using my Google account, which is also an option. All right, now we're going to connect Chime. Super easy, just hit this connect button. It's going to take you out to Chime where you can sign in and authorize. That's it, we've connected Chime. Let's do the same thing with Google Sheets. We're going to hit connect, choose our Google account, authorize it. Great, and we are on the final step to set up this sync. You can see who do you want sent over to Google Sheets. You can sync everybody from Chime by just checking this box. And then you can also filter who you're sending over. So for example, maybe you only want to send over people from a certain source. Maybe you only want to send people over from a certain group. And this can be handy, especially if you want segmented spreadsheets. Maybe you only want to send people from a certain tag to a single spreadsheet and keep those tagged people in different spreadsheets for record keeping purposes. That's definitely an option. I'm going to go ahead and just leave all this blank, and I'm going to sync all leads. That way it's going to get everybody going. And now I'm going to name it. I'm going to go ahead and name it Chime Contacts and subscribe. All right, we're going to do one final check before we activate the sync. So we've subscribed, it's created the sync. We just need to activate it. If there's anything else you want to add, if you want to filter anybody using this general filter, you absolutely can. You don't need to worry about mapping so much with a Google Sheets sync because it's basically just going to take every field available from Chime and add it to that sheet. Let's go to the top and activate this sync. All right, this sync is up and running. Now we're going to set up the second half of this sync. So I'm going to click the Chime logo, go through that same process, click Google Sheets. And this time we're going to do Google Sheets back to Chime. So I'm going to activate this one. Select those same accounts. And even if you're not creating a two-way sync, you could use a sync like this, Google Sheets into Chime, to instantly get a bunch of leads or contacts or even prospects loaded up into Chime. It's a lot easier to do it this way with the awesome mapping and everything without having to set up a CSV file and make sure all your headers are correct and all that. Just feed the spreadsheet that you already have right into Chime and map it this way. So it's asking me for a spreadsheet URL. Let me go grab that from Google Drive. So I just searched for Chime Contacts. There it is. I'm just going to grab this URL, hit Control C for copy, go back to API Nation, hit Control V to paste, and there we go. As the sync is adding people to Chime, do I want to override information in the Chime, or do I want to only fill in blank fields? It totally depends on how you want to use these two apps together. If you want to go into that spreadsheet and overwrite a bunch of stuff in Chime, go ahead and leave that box unchecked. If you're only going to make slight changes or add additional information, go ahead and check that box. And I would probably err on the side of checking this box. That way, if you make a lot of changes to that spreadsheet, it's not going to override everything in Chime. It's just going to fill in any blank spaces. Also, if you add any new leads, do you want them to go to a specific agent or just the current agent assigned? Totally up to you. Subscribe. It's going to give us one final check here. This all looks good to me. Again, you can filter some people out if you want, and the mapping should be exactly how we had it before. Looks good. Let's activate this sync. So there we go. I can click on my syncs and see that I now have 2 syncs up and running. This is a 2-way sync, Chime to Google Sheets back to Chime. And that's it. That's how you connect Chime with Google Sheets so that all your contacts and leads are added to a spreadsheet. You can set up charts and reports because that spreadsheet is updated in real time. And also you can go in there and make some bulk edits, and those will get pushed back to Chime. It's a great way to manage your database, keep it really maintained, and give you more time to go out there and be productive and make more deals. If you have any questions or need any assistance, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're API Nation, connecting the world's applications. We love doing this stuff.